is Brandon from 3-Bit Life, and we are shooting the Threeze. And what we do on Shooting the Threeze is we talk about random things from the world of gaming. Today we're talking about Street Fighter 6, and I'm joined by a special guest, a fighting game expert extraordinaire, Sam. Say what's up.
Hi, y'all. I never played no tournaments nowhere. I'm probably ranked like average in terms of like fighting game players, but I'm here. Hi.
Hey, guess what though? He's better than me. So, Street Fighter 6.
Debatable.
Okay, so Street Fighter 6 was just announced, and we all got hyped. We all see the trailers. We see all the footage they've been dropping. Your first initial thoughts on Street Fighter 6 from a guy who's been playing fighting games since they became fighting games?
Man, the first thing that came to my mind, man, was the graphics were just incredible. The animation was so smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, and just like the aesthetics, man, it almost has like a 90s street aesthetic going on with it.
Yeah, and they said that on the website that we were bringing the street back to Street Fighter and stuff.
And when they brought it back, man, I mean, now granted, it was like late 80s, early 90s, the street, but they brought it back, though. They brought it back. I'm not lying. They brought it back.
I think so too, and I think that like I remember when they showed that first thing when when it was like Ryu and Luke fighting in the dark.
Yeah,
and Luke looked like Heath Ledger's Joker. He was fighting like Ryu in the dark, and I was like, "What the heck is Capcom doing? That game better not look like that." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed. With that.
That was that first sneak peek, But then after this week, after we said trailer though, my goodness gracious, that just blew my mind. Like clearly they had a plan. They had a plan in place.
Yeah,
they really did. Yeah. And the graphics are absolutely stunning.
Right.
I think I still have some problem with some of their faces. Like I don't like art direction wise. Like graphics are fire, but art direction wise, I still have a problem with some of their faces. Like some of these guys look a little, I don't know, a little stretched around the head. I don't know how to describe it, but at the end of the day, the more I look at it, the more I like it. Like I'm getting used to seeing them look like that now. Like it's hard to put my finger on, but the game's graphics just look absolutely amazing. From everything seems to flow together well, man. The costumes to the stages to the music for the stages, the special effects, everything about the game just looks great, man.
Yeah, it's amazing. And at the end of the day, the big question is like, not for me so much, but a lot of people out there who are fans of these fighting games, the big question is going to be how it's going to perform online. Because they've been bragging about they have rollback. They've been really big on a rollback. And also they're saying that the game is going to be cross-platform. That is a game changer in my opinion.
Absolute game changer, yeah.
Because now bottom line, both communities or multiple communities or whatever you want to call it, won't be getting split amongst the console they're on, basically. So you have to ask the question, okay, do I have to go to the PS5? Do I have to go to the Xbox Series X? Do I have to play on Steam? Do I have to play on Nintendo Switch? It'll never be on Switch. But but the other three I mentioned, basically, you have to kind of ask those questions.
That was a very mean shot at my Nintendo fan guys out there, man.
Switch stinks. I ain't gonna lie, it's good. It's a cool system, man. Mario Galaxy is awesome. But anyway,
Galaxy, Odyssey.
Odyssey, yeah, you can see what I play. Anyway, but seriously though, that's gonna be really cool. Actually, you're not gonna split the community up. Everybody gonna jump on and play everyone for the most part. It's gonna be really cool, actually. So that's that. Like again, let's see. I'm not a super big online player.
Yeah.
But again, that's gonna be the game changer.
I agree. So as well, and I think the question I have, like, do you think that it being cross-platform, will that possibly help, like maybe hurt online connectivity? If that many dudes is on if that many dudes is like on one server, I'm not sure I'm not an expert on how cross-platforming works necessarily, but it seems like they all be sharing a server, one big huge server. Like, and I'm trying to figure out like will that somehow affect the connectivity of the game itself. So we have more lag if I'm playing the Xbox dude or playing a PC dude or my PS5, we'll have some more lag or something like that. Or is there a rollback just as good as they're bragging? They're really bragging about that rollback. I think I read somewhere that they said they rebuilt their rollback netcode from the ground up. And so it's like a new rollback that they're doing just for Street Fighter 6 that they built up. And so it's supposed to be really good. Presumably to handle the cross-platforming stuff.
Okay, that's interesting because presumably, or what they said earlier, that Street Fighter 5 also had a rollback netcode on it.
That's probably why they're saying they rebuilt it.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, that's not a good thing now. I mean,
all rollback is not created equal. Right?
Obviously.
All right, because there's like Street Fighter 5 rollback, and then there's like Guilty Gear Strive rollback,
which is amazing.
Strive,
you should know about it. You play Strive a lot online,
actually.
actually.
Strive, it's That's fantastic. That's like rollback was like how rollback was supposed to be. I don't know what Street Fighter was doing, but Strider's rollback is awesome though. So we know this cross-platform. We know that it's got some awesome trailer. But what about that cast though? That cast of characters, like that's a big deal. Like I was shocked they brought back all the 8 like the original World Warriors to start with.
That was cool.
And of course, we're basing this off of that leak. You know, when they got leaked.
Yeah.
And they showed the whole freaking roster off at one time that everybody saw. And Capcom has even confirmed that that's true. Like so, we can talk about it like it's real. But yeah, I think that I'm really surprised they brought the whole 8 dudes back from the original Street Fighter. That's pretty cool.
I think that's a must be at this point because every year, anytime they release a Street Fighter game, the first thing people are asking about, okay, where's the original 8 World Warriors? Where's the original World Warriors? Do they have the World? Well, now you got them. They're all back on it, basically. Now, again, to the dismay of some folks who want to see a completely new cast, which won't sell any money, won't make any money for the game, or won't generate any interest. This is the right decision Capcom made. Bottom line is those 8 characters are iconic. I mean, you think about Street Fighter, you think about, those 8 guys.
That's right.
I mean, it's not a question. I mean, so to have those guys start in the starting roster, hopefully there won't be like DLC down the road. Actually,
yeah, that's the thing. Now, because they showed us those like 22 characters it was.
Yeah.
I'm always like I'm kind of like a skeptic when it comes to these things, especially with Capcom. Because Capcom has not treated us well in the past.
Street Fighter cross checking anyone?
Yeah, Street Fighter 5, anyone?
Yeah.
Capcom really hasn't treated us well with these big releases, and so I love seeing all those characters. Like I saw DJ. Like I was like, DJ's back, baby. Yeah, I'm so excited about that. But at the same time, a certain part was like, half those dudes gonna be DLC. Am I gonna get like 12, 15 characters and then got like 7 DLC dudes? So I'm hoping they're all there available from the jump. That'd be amazing. And the game don't come out next year, so they ain't got time. Like they got time.
Right.
We'll see though. I am excited about the cast. So I think even the new guys look pretty cool. Like I like some of the new people, like the big Italian woman man. I'm not sure what it is, but it's Italian, it's big, it's got long hair.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think they're going to release, I think Udon Comics is going to release some sort of comic book with her in it.
Really?
She's like a big lumberjack type chick. I don't know where she's supposed to be or whatever. I'm not sure. But they did show her in there. Basically, she's like a big, she's like the brawny man, but in chick form, actually. So whatever that comic
was like Tizok from Margaret the Wolves.
You're right about that too, actually. She kind of does. I said, but it's gonna be pretty cool, actually. So I'm gonna check the comic book out. We may even cover like a couple of pages of it, so we won't get attacked or our channel slammed down and destroyed, basically, for showing some solid artwork from Udon. You know what I mean?
Right.
I said, but we may talk about that. But there was some preview stuff shown from it. It looked pretty interesting.
Really? I gotta check that out. I didn't see
it looks neat.
Okay. All right, so that's the roster. We talked about the graphics and the trailer. But what about that drive system, though?
Oh man, that's the part that has me a little concerned, actually.
Concerned about it?
Again, I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm some kind of like Street Fighter Third Strike aficionado. I'm not. I mean, I can parry probably like 30% of the time when I play it. So I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm an expert at it. But my question is, with all this flashiness going on with the strikes being hit and the paint flying off, people are going on the ground.
Love the paint.
Really cool.
Like Kung Fu Splatoon.
Yes, exactly. It's a real cool aesthetic. But I'm like, man, so are we going like for full offensive styling on people, or are we going to try to go all defensive? Because, they seem to be going really defensive, man, with a parry system and a focus attack on there, basically, man. It's like...
Right, yeah, and it's interesting because, they got it's almost like you can see them trying to balance it. Like, they got the parry, and then they got the drive impact, which is that move with the armor on, the armor shot.
Yes.
Right?
Focus attack.
The focus attack.
Yeah.
So it's almost like they got the parry in there, but then you got the focus attack to kind of, eat a shot so you can be more aggressive. But then you got the parry so you can be more defensive. But then based on how people play Street Fighter 5, everybody's going to be defensive. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Right. So I'm kind of confused about that as well. Like, what direction are they going gameplay-wise? Because it looks like that trailer shows everybody attacking and fighting and just doing these combos to each other and stuff. Dang well, when that game go online, the turtles are going to come out to play.
It will.
And there's going to be a lot of pairing going on. You know?
That's right. But there is, but again, if you guys can probably check out the Capcom website, they actually tell you that drive gauge costs that drive parry, that little parry
the parry.
It costs gauge.
Okay.
So the thing is, you're not gonna keep being sit back and just parry everything like you could in Third Strike. Actually,
right.
You're gonna it's gonna cost resources. So you're not gonna be able to keep doing it forever. But still, and I think that I don't know how it replenishes yet because of course, obviously we haven't had a chance to play it.
Yeah.
But that's a big question. Does it build itself back up again like a Mortal Kombat does actually?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It does. It said that the drive gauge, like, we're looking at the website right now. So it says like the drive gauge does replenish itself over time.
Yes.
So it's like automatically replenishes itself once you empty it out.
Yes.
I think once you use all your drive up, you go into like a little cool down state.
Yes.
And then it starts charging up again. I think you start off the match with it full. And so, so start with all your drivability, like right in the middle of your hand, and it's up to you how you're going to manage it. But again, like I said, so it will stop spamming it. You're going to spam your dry parries, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
because you're limited to how many times you do it because of your meter.
Right.
At the same time, I know one of the problems we had playing 5 was that, and this is 5, this is 6 we're talking about, but still, we're going to refer back to 5. That's the last one they made. And I know one of the problems you had with 5 was that so many people were so defensive, and like giving them more defensive tools is like, oh my gosh.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong. 5 did get a little bit better as the seasons went along, actually. But and I think the offense is pretty good this time around. But again, in my opinion, I still think the defense is stronger on 5 than the offense is again.
Yeah.
And now again, like Brett was saying, I'm like, oh my God, man, like you'll be like scared to attack on this game. Actually, I mean, focus attacks, regular parries. I'm like, man,
yeah, you're right. And I didn't think about the drive impact. You can sit there and turtle into a corner, and then drive impact, eat attack, and get somebody. You know what I mean?
Right. But again, if it's like the focus attack, actually, it can eat one shot, and then the second one comes, and you're going to get knocked out of it.
Right.
It's like one hit of armor on it, so maybe it's similar to that.
Yeah.
But other than that, though, man, but more to come. We've seen a few matches online being played, but again. This is like in its infancy, and it can still change.
Yeah.
And no one really know what to do with it.
Right. So you don't really get a lot out of the matches you see, except looking like, ooh, the grabbers look nice.
Yeah.
Outside of the grabbers, I'm not getting much out of those matches.
Yeah, exactly. Game is gorgeous, though, man. That's for certain.
Absolutely gorgeous. And then, so what do you think about? So last thing we want to talk about is that do you think there are any potential pitfalls for Street Fighter 6 with having all the new characters that they're introducing, the new arts they're introducing? What do you think about some of the pitfalls Capcom could possibly fall into when they release this game sometime in 2023?
One of the major pitfalls is basically, I mean, they have some cool stuff on it, kind of like with the classic system and the modern system on there, how you can do your special moves.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it's a cool idea actually, and you're using it to try to introduce like new players to Street Fighter and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So, but the thing is, you only have like a strong attack. I mean, all you have is a light attack, a medium attack, and a hard attack, and that's about it.
Right.
I mean, you don't have access to all your buttons. I mean, like you have 3 attack buttons and a special move button. And
it sounds like you're gonna be eaten alive by a Street Fighter veteran.
Yeah, exactly. And your special moves are kind of done like a direction and a button,
Right.
And also, I think those special moves cost when you use the special moves on that this new gauge system or drop system, whatever you want to call it. It costs gauge to do the simple special moves. So I mean, you're gonna be severely crippled using that mode. So like So I think that that could possibly kind of like discourage new players jumping on the line and say, I'm gonna try to learn jump on her. Figure out play the game. They jump on the line against some veteran, eat like a 65 hit combo while they're trying to use hold on the R1 or R2 button to do the three hit attack combo. There's a guy with somebody just bouncing like a ping pong ball against the wall and then wall splatting him and then super moving him and then taunting him. Hadouken like Luke.
Yeah.
I mean, just having all kind of fun on him.
Exactly. So you're saying that one of the pitfalls would be like one of those things like a lot of games go into, like even games like Guilty Gear Strive, for example, who really simplify their controls for a Strive as compared to other Guilty Gears. And yet still new people picking up the game can get ran over real quick for the veterans because they made it easier for new people, but at the same time they made it easier for veterans too.
Exactly.
So now the veterans have an easier time doing their combos and they can beat you up that worse basically because they're not dropping combos anymore.
Exactly.
So that's always the balance when it comes to fighting games. Like how simple do you want to make it? Is it really going to be a barrier? It's always going to be a barrier to entry. I believe there's always going to be a barrier to entry for fighting games.
Good point.
It's a niche genre. Only hardcore crazy people play it.
Yep.
And so really, like, it's one of those things where, you can try to lower the barrier, but if you do, it's still going to end up getting up. You're going to have to practice and really like fighting games to get good at them. That's basically what it boils down to.
Yep.
And I think that even with the modern controls, I mean, I guess playing as other people who are using modern controls would be all right, but playing as a guy who knows what they're doing, you're going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, so I would hope that the guys that are like switching to the modern mode and all stuff, they're just playing arcade mode and playing the single player stuff. Yeah. Not trying to go online and just get ransacked by somebody like who's a pro. And the other downfall, again, a possible pitfall for me is the game being a little too defensive. Because then now you have guys kind of walking back and forth, scooting, aka spacing, and then getting nervous about taking the shots and getting or like trying to lead themselves open and try to bring out offense. Because I know any guys out there that watch like some more offensive players, like again, I'm about to get my FGC nerd on, right? If guys watch guys like Punk with his real aggressive Karen, or you may watch guys like Daigo basically with his aggressive Guile, which is weird because Guile is not supposed to be an aggressive character, but Daigo's very aggressive with him actually.
Anyway, right.
So exactly, so that's gonna be really interesting. Like for players like that, I mean, there's all out this offense for the most part. How's it gonna affect guys like that basically? Like Momichi's another guy that there's a very offensive player as well actually, who love working footsies and then bringing the pressure. I make you wonder, like, okay, all those guys gonna get dialed back, or they go, or me, I like bringing pressure when I play also, actually, you know what I mean?
Right.
And if guys are turtling and sitting on counters, I'm kind of like, oh man, so I'm gonna be a lot more careful. So now it might turn to a snooze fest. I mean, you know, so that's all. That's another thing I'm kind of concerned about. That the game might be a little too defensive. And don't get me wrong, I know some folks love that style of chess play. Actually, you know, I know some guys like defensive games, neutral-based games. But for me, I like that's why I'm such a huge fan of King of the Fighters right now. I mean, that game's all offense. I mean, you can say what you want. KO 15 is all offense. Yeah. I mean, you know,
balls to the walls, go.
That's it. So I mean, that makes the game awesome.
Yes, sir.
But again, you know what I mean? It's still in its infancy stages. We haven't had a chance to get our hands on it yet. And you know, but again, those are the potential pitfalls for me. I mean, like, you know,
right.
But one thing I'm thinking might be kind of help out, like, well, I won't go too much deep into too much depth with it actually, but the little Odyssey mode, the quest mode, whatever you want to call it actually, whatever you want to call that thing.
What's it, a world tour, I think?
Yeah, the world tour mode, yeah, that thing there basically, aka like Mortal Kombat Deception with Shinjuku, whatever you want to call it basically. It's like the Street Fighter like equivalent of that, but that might be fun, man. They're they're trying to add some extra modes to spice it up a bit.
Yeah, I think so, and I'm actually totally looking forward to that because I don't play fighting games online that much. So I'm really looking forward to a world tour and stuff like that, just to get a little break.
Fun.
Just to get a little break from the stress levels and the salt and the cussing that comes with playing online. So I think world tour would be great for guys like me.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, that's our opinion on Street Fighter 6. What do you think? If you think anything at all, leave a comment. And if you really think about it, subscribe.
Thank you guys so much. Until the next Street Fighter video comes out, be excellent to one another, my friends.
Quote Bill and Ted. See you later, guys. Bye.
See you later. Bye.